What up, y'all? It's your boy Billy the Bad Guy, and you're tuned into Needs to Be Studied podcast, and my friend is back again.
Right, you missed me?
Yes.
Did y'all miss me already? I don't know where this episode's gonna fall, but it's Renee, aka Renee Proper. I'll find a new quirky introduction for this new. We still getting our feet wet.
You know what needs to be studied?
What?
The fact that I code switch at work and I hate it.
What?
That's trash.
I hate it because I just hate that when the executives come, I'm in the restaurant, so I talk like restaurant shit all day. Like, there's no really formal.
Yeah.
I could say fuck you and it'd be considered restaurant language,
Yeah.
HR come, I hate how I'd be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Yeah, like, and white people love to talk.
Yeah, they
And I'm
love
just
to
like,
talk.
wait, why am I acting like this? Like, and they want to talk about anything. And every time they see me now, like, oh my God, Billy, are you ready for the Beyonce concert? And I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, she is so awesome. I'm like, yeah, I can't really wait to see her.
So you change your accent and everything?
Not so much change my accent, but there's definitely a change.
Yeah,
and it's just, you seen it, right?
Yeah,
And you seen it, and I'm like, oh my God, so like I really love that. Like, that is so awesome.
I don't code switch
Why
at
you
all.
do that? I don't code switch for nobody.
I don't know why I do it, and it needs to be studied.
For nobody.
I don't code switch at all.
For nobody.
I will clean up my language, of course. It depends on who I'm around, but my character is the exact same. I'll cut. Like my manager came back from like a vacation, and she's like the nurse coordinator. Like she came back from a vacation in Trinidad, and she was like, "Look at," I was like, "Look at you! Every time you come back from Trinidad, you come back in pieces."
You see, in this,
I talk exactly, and she laughed. People, I listen. Being yourself is just the most comfortable thing. You can not cuss and just be Billy. Be yourself.
But that's what my boss. She happens to be black, and her boss happens to be Dominican. So they down with the intakes, and they understand me. Like he was like, "Oh, what's this podcast episode about?" I was like, "The guy put his foot in his lady's vagina, and she was riding his foot." And he was like, "Billy, like, do you have to tell me that?" I was like, "You asked me,
Right.
I could." Him and then when my boss come over like baddie.
Yeah.
I could,
Yeah, but
it's
that
something about
you
when those
could
clear people
turn
come.
that off. You could turn that off, but still be your bubbly self.
But even yesterday in the training, we had a training where we had to learn the new menu launch, right? And I was still being my dramatic self. Like I had to mix something, right? I was like, oh my God, this is too much. I can still be, but it's something about when those clear people come. And I was just like, yeah, oh my God, that's so, like, I really love that too.
You say that's how you talk?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that for you.
Wolf is like, damn, that's terrible.
I hate that for you.
They don't feel that way. They don't feel they have to change or be
Not at all.
urban to
you know what?
come down
She
to
right
you.
though. She definitely
It's
right
not
though.
that I'm doing it intentionally.
Yeah, I get
It's just like, I just don't know where it come from. So even yesterday, I was on a call, or maybe 2 days ago, I was on a call, and it was like, oh, you're going to be training, because I'm the company's training manager, right? The only one. And,
period.
Yeah. So, and they created the position because they love how I trained. And they was like,
exactly. Like the fact that
so I'm on the call, but me and my boss is texting, and we're like, this shit's putting us to sleep, right?
Right.
So, but they're like, yeah, Billy, I feel like you could do it. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll definitely got this. And the white lady's like, yeah, we're going to pump up the jam. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but you have to, that's how she talks, and she's being herself. She don't know. She was like, yeah, we're going to kick, you could have been like, yeah, we're going to kick this up a notch. You could have just been yourself. Yeah, we're going to really
pump
like.
up the jam. Bitch, we're going to turn this shit up.
I would cry if I had to say, if I ever repeated that.
And you know
Pump
what?
up the
Boss told me, the black one, she did tell me, she was like, yo, they love when you be yourself, because she was like, what's your podcast is about? I was like, mental health. And then
I'm like, it's about sex.
yeah. So then she
Everything.
told me, you have to watch the sex podcast. And I'm like, all right. So then I opened up. So then my other boss, the big boss, he comes to me. He was like, if she asks you about your podcast, what you going to tell her? I was like, I don't know. So then my boss, she goes, you tell her what it's about. Like, she's a human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you tell her it's about sex. Do you want to watch it? Watch at your own risk.
Watch it
Well,
at
I
your
ain't
own
talking
risk.
about it at work.
But my content on my podcast has no reflection of what I do in my professional life. They should know better.
I'm not sucking dick at this job. At this job, if you do happen to tune in, I am not sucking dick of none of these employees. And what I do outside of work is what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, management.
No, y'all never Y'all never code switch? No, I was here with Wolf the other day, and he was
Billy,
recording.
you've worked with me multiple times.
Yeah.
I've
Wolf was recording a podcast with white people, right? He was on their show. And
Extra white.
Extra right. Like, oh my God.
That's what it's called?
No. So
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like white people, like, you know what? We're unapologetically white, man.
Yeah.
And we're just gnarly.
All right. And first of all,
Just extra white.
Renee, do you want to go to Sweet Green today and get an avocado
Sweet-
salad?
Oh my God. Like, you didn't hear avocados are going up. Like,
Alright.
it's crazy. This, the economy is like, I don't know what we're going to do.
I mean, we voted for
Yeah.
Trump, but we
We
didn't know. he
voted,
was
but
on
I
this
didn't know.
real
Like, I'm
salad.
not even gonna. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like, I did not know. I was not informed.
No.
I was not an informed voter.
Right.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, you
and
do
I
the
made a
white voice
mistake,
kinda
and I
good.
can admit that. Yeah, I watch a lot
yeah.
of Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I did.
And you know, at the end of the day, so Wolf was on the Extra White podcast.
The extra white podcast.
And he was on the show saying, on God.
Keeping
Oh my
it real.
God.
On God. Not
my
on my
God.
God.
Real.
On God.
Oh my God. Oh
and
my
I
God.
said,
On my mama.
what that mean?
Yeah. And they said,
it
what
was
that mean?
I was like, yeah, like on God.
On God.
Like, I think when I go home tonight, I want to talk like niggers.
They wouldn't say niggers.
Okay.
Renee, I believe when they go home, you know how we be like, these white motherfuckers.
You know what I know? They do say that fucking black bitch. like I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to say it. Like, I'm not a racist. I am not racist at all. But like, this fucking black bitch at my job, like, I swear to God,
She fucking pissed me off.
if she says one more thing to me, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah. And then she always want to make it about race. She always want to make
She
it
makes
about
everything
race.
about race. She just
And it's
brought
not.
jollof rice to the potluck. Like, I don't eat that. Like, I have a gluten sensitivity.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't eat the gluten. I didn't eat the jollof, and she got mad at
First of all,
me.
you're pronouncing it
jollof.
too right.
Jollof.
go
Jollof.
crazy.
Jollof.
Hey, the
The
jollof,
jollof
go crazy.
rice.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like, no, it's jollof. Like,
The
it's jollof,
jollof.
Kelly. Jollof. Like,
The
how do you say it? Jollof
Hey, the
rice.
jollof go crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the one.
Yeah.
And like jerk chicken, it was like spicy food everywhere. I couldn't eat anything, and they got mad because they wouldn't eat their food.
The jollof.
Yo.
The jollof.
I swear, everything is Africa this and Africa that.
And then they
Like, we're
complain.
in America.
First of
Oh,
all,
shit.
no, Kelly.
Kelly.
They complain that they have Black History Month. We don't say White History Month. Like, why do they need more days for a Black History Month?
Like, I know, I get it. Like, our ancestors, like, killed a bunch of them, but, like, we're not them. Like, it was, like, 5,000 years ago. Like,
That's-
get over it.
Like,
the
for real,
one,
no.
too.
Honestly, Kelly, they're not like us.
Like, and then Kendrick gonna, like, dance and mock us at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, we let them perform, and this is how they treat us. He's
How do
gonna
you-
dance and chuck and jive on the field and said we're not like them. I'm an ally. Like, I posted Black Lives Matter in my bio. You did. Fucking I love black people. We do.
I think they go home and say nigga.
I know they say black bitch.
Oh, yeah.
When they go to rap concerts, like when they see like Lil Wayne, they be saying it. They
yeah,
say,
they
I
do.
know they be yelling. What rapper he was at a big festival and they yelled out nigger and he stopped the concert and told him not to say that.
I wish.
I can't remember who it was.
Imagine singing nigga in Paris. Flow so hard, mother, God find me.
And they be rapping it.
Yeah.
What's my motherfucking name? Nigga.
Oh my God, let me go to Jay-Z
And they be looking at
concert.
each other like,
Nigga. Oh my God.
oh my God. Did you say it? I said
Oh my
it.
God.
Did you say it? I said it. I said it. I
Yeah.
really did.
Did you ever suck a white dick before?
No, I've never dated a white man.
Me either. Well, I'm interested.
Oh, I know you. No, I don't think you have. No, you have.
No. But I'm definitely interested. It gotta
No,
be.
it's like I don't know. I don't know what's. I've been pursued by a white man
Ooh,
before,
yeah.
but I've never. I don't know. It gives very much. I don't know. I don't know if it's something ancestral.
You will
just
turn
can't
a
get
white
me.
man's life up. Imagine you christen a white man out, babe. babe, you need to talk to me right now, babe. And you just cursing him out in patois?
Yeah.
Babe, can you please calm down, Renee?
And then
Renee.
That's my fear. Imagine us having an argument. It's like, you fucking black people. I would lose it. I was like, listen to me, Chad.
Nobody wants to eat Chad.
You a white Jamaican.
A white Jamaican?
A white Jamaican I can deal
Bitch,
with.
I just found out they had Chinese Jamaicans.
Why would you just find that out?
How does a
Our
Chinese
motto is literally called out of many one people.
Wait, I never knew that before. That was the Bob Marley song?
Don't piss me off.
One love. Wait, so how does a Jamaican Chinese person speak?
They speak the dialogue.
So, what if I call it Chinese or something? You want jerk chicken?
They rarely ever do jerk anything. They're merchant, just like here. They own stores.
I never knew there was Chinese Jamaicans.
They're
I'm
Chinese,
uncultured.
they're Jamaican everything. There's Jamaican Indians, there's Jamaican white people. The specific type of Caucasians we have are Germans. A lot of German soldiers went to Jamaica and stayed. Most of our old prime ministers are white men, Jamaican white men. Like we had like 3 of them: Bustamante, Norman Manley, Edward Seaga. There's a town in Jamaica called Manly Town where all of them are descendants of this German white. They're tan a little bit. You could like in their evolution almost. They're not black by race, but skin color. You could see like probably couple generations. You could see their skin kind of like they're like a little lighter than me.
Right.
But they have the exact same features as one of our more famous prime ministers called Norman Manley. Mm-hmm. He's on one of our currencies. I think I have the money in my bag. One of the Jamaican currencies in my bag. So yeah, there's
I never knew that.
We always went to school with. There was always every high school, prep school always had 1, 2, 3 little white girls.
Imagine getting cursed out about a Chinese Jamaican.
Jamaica has what we call the famous 21 families, and they're all descendants of white people.
We just studied something.
Culture,
yeah.
Diversity needs to be studied.
I'm coming to I was gonna say I'm coming to China with you. I'm coming to Jamaica with you.
I'm going at the end of next month.
I can't make it that one,
Okay.
but I'm going to Jamaica again. All right, so for our chemistry class, I wanted to talk about unpopular opinions and relationship hot takes, right? And I picked a few of these and I shared them at work, and it started a great discussion. And Wolf, your mic is on.
Yep.
So the first one is the person who loves the least controls the relationship.
I can see that.
There's some truth to it.
Yeah, that has truth to it.
I was the one that was in love, but getting the least love. You feel me? And he controlled the relationships on several relationships actually, is because I'm chasing you, trying to fight for that love.
Yeah.
So if you say, I don't want to do that, you control the relationship.
Yeah.
If you don't like this, we're not doing that. If you don't like getting this, we're not doing that. And it was just like, damn, I think it's my first time saying this. I kind of lost sense of myself because I was surrounding everything around you
Please them.
Because I remember one time I wanted over a liquor, honestly. You wanted Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy. I don't drink dark liquor. I'm a tequila type of person. So I was like, no, I want to drink Patron, but I want Hennessy. But I want to drink Patron. I want Hennessy. Boom. Okay, you know what? You get your way. Right. So it was always me people pleasing. And it wasn't until like within the last year, it's like, no, I want reciprocation.
Right.
And you're not going to make me chase you and let this relationship just be about you. The controlling relationship is 50-50.
Mm-hmm. It should be, but the take in the beginning is true. The person that is always holding a little bit of, like, if you hold back a little bit of love or a little bit of whatever they want and you just hold back on it, you control, like, it gives you a sense of their clawing and yearning for it, and you see them on it, like it's like dangling a carrot in front of their face.
Yeah.
And they're chasing it, and you're just inching them over it, and then you get them exactly the way that they mold you into them. You know,
and that's toxic. Has somebody ever held a carrot in front of your face?
Yes. We lived in separate states, and when he would have a break from school, it would be, I had to always go there. I had to always go. I'm like, why can't you come here? He would always, I can move around better over here. And I'm the one sacrificing time, energy, going and what's the difference? And if you love me, you would come. I remember this one time I stood my ground or tried to stand my ground, and then I said, I'm not coming this weekend. It's just I'm tired. It's my little weekend off. Then I have to go back on work on Monday. He was like, oh, I woke up to this long text.
I forget.
Woke up to this long message about I really wanted to see you and blase. Because yes, he wanted to be with me, but he couldn't be bothered with the effort. And that's what, just what's the difference? Like, come over here so we can, New York is just too, I just don't like, New York is just a little too dirty. It's too this, it's too that. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. New York is a little dirty and whatever. He's in school, using the school thing to control the relationship. Well, I'm in school. Like, I got more important things to do. So I would find myself always giving a little more effort towards us seeing we need to see each other, but I'm the only one making the effort to go. So yeah, that was trash. I think the moment we rekindled our relationship shortly after he came out of school, and then the roles were reversed, and it felt really good.
I think it's so crazy how our experiences when we were young in our 20s kind of shape us to saying, what the fuck we don't deal with
Yeah,
now?
because at the time, I'm like, what's the problem? I'm going to see my man. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I remember a friend told me, like, why he can't come here? Why you're always the one breaking your neck? Mind you, at this point, a bitch was taking the Greyhound, bitch. I ain't flying. The Greyhound. To go on that bus.
The crazy things you would do to go see your man, you'll get on the Greyhound, you'll travel 2 hours on the train.
All of that, it took me 3 days of effort. We leave Friday, reach Friday night. The only full day we would really have together was Saturday. And then Sunday I have to make my way back to New York. So it's like 3 days of effort for one day, for one full day. And the day would consist of me going to his football practice with him, going to hang out with his friends, not like a date or anything set aside, I'm just there to hang out with you. You just want me around to show me off.
Yep.
I'm tired. We went from bus. What Gaga said, bus, club, another club, plane, no sleep.
No sleep. Another club. No, that's some real shit. And when I read that statement, it was just like, wow, like that nigga really controlled the relationship. And the nerve of you to control it, but you really not pouring into me. Like,
I remember this one night I visited. I'm like, I don't want to go out tonight. Like he's a social butterfly. He was a social butterfly. Liked to party, especially at that age, he loved to party, liked to be out with his friends. I'm like, can we just, I know we're not going out. Can we just stay in tonight, just chill, probably order some food, watch TV, just cuddle? He was like, I'm going out. He was like, if you tired, you could stay in. It's fine. You could. And I found myself
a train.
Mind you, I have to get up in the morning to catch my Greyhound to go home. Mind you, it's 4 o'clock. We're going to come home at 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Still put, he was like, after he said that, like, yo, I'm going anyway. And I started, put my clothes on, makeup, tired, went out to the club. I was miserable. I was in the section like this.
Oh, friend.
Miserable. Because, like, this is time we could be going pound for pound. We could have been going rounds. I'm about to leave. You want to go to the club?
The club? I think we spoke about this on a recent episode. Women cheat just as much as men, but they're just better at hiding it.
No comments on that because I'm not too familiar with that.
So
I don't know about the as much part, but I'm gonna agree with the part that they're better at covering it up. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We was just talking about this at work, right? And the guy made a valid point. He said a woman would tell you she's getting her hair done. Get her hair done, but in between getting her hair done, go fuck somebody else. Yeah, and it makes sense because in a man's mind, you don't know how long it takes. You probably think it takes all day. But
not knowing she had a 10 a.m. appointment, got her wig slapped on, and then got her wig scooted back. Lifted. Got legs lifted, wig lifted.
Legs lifted. So wait, what are some tricks that women like? Because I have friends that are women, and I know a lot of them have some secrets.
Okay.
What are some secrets? Like, what makes women better cheaters?
The ability to turn off what they got going on outside to take care of home. They're not going to be in the bathroom giggling on their phone. They're more straightforward with their side piece. I got a man and a family at home. I'm not playing. They are, especially if it's a relationship. They
You don't think men say that?
No. They be in that bathroom. They be texting. When they pull up to that driveway, they'll talk on the phone with you. All right, I'm going in the house. Text me. They still want to text. They're still on the phone. Because remember, they don't want to make you mad.
You know what? Yeah.
They don't want to make you mad. They'll still talk, try to find, if you text them, they're trying to find a way to respond to you.
Yeah.
They're going to respond to you.
Yeah.
They're going to respond. They're going to find a way to respond or text you or something, be back and forth, keying on the phone, on the back. And if they'll sneak a phone call when you go they think you sleep, or you upstairs in the room sleep, he downstairs in the living room talking to her on the phone. Yeah. Back when they had landlines, Barbara would be calling Shirley. Mm-hmm. And if Shirley answered the phone, Barbara would just hang up. Like, somebody keep calling, playing on the phone. That's Barbara calling.
Oh, I want to do an episode studying how people used to cheat back in the day. Like, did Paul Revere ride his horse to his side bitch house?
And they had, back in the day, it was worse. They had multiple families across different towns.
You know, something that's very interesting, like back in the day. So my grandmother, she's Muslim, right? Mm-hmm. And her husband, who was my grandfather, my family laughed at me because I don't know the man. He died when my mom was a kid. Mm-hmm. But I think no one wants to say it, but I think he was a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Because he used the Muslim shit to have multiple wives, right? But he couldn't fulfill that duty of having multiple wives. So somebody was getting neglected. So I asked my grandma, I said, Grandma, well, why you let him have another wife? She said, that's what Muslims do. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, but Grandma, I've been talking to her a lot, honestly. Yeah. Because I want to know, like,
pick her brain, like.
Yeah, like.
I want to know more about you.
Like, you was a clown back in the day, too? Like, clownization
but like you said,
go back
religion
in the day?
had her, like, and still does have her, got her by the throat.
But Assalamu
Yeah.
Okay? Damn, imagine not fucking during Ramadan.
So she's not flexible. She's not flexible in any kind of way because I know some people in certain religions, they're flexible with certain little things. Like, I know a lot of Jews that don't too much be pressed on the no electricity thing.
Like when it comes to chicken, it has to be halal chicken.
Okay.
If I bring Chinese food, is that halal Chinese food? No, bitch. It's across the street. The fuck?
It's holla back.
Yeah, and then she goes, it smells good, bitch. I know.
And she wouldn't take a taste.
No. Hell, the only time she ate. So
there's nothing she's been flexible on her entire religious.
Nah, she's like the other day when it was Ramadan first started, that bitch was too excited. I came in the door, Assalamu alaikum, brother. I said, are you going to be nice the next 30 days for Ramadan? She's like, y'all make me know, bitch. Are you going to be nice the next 30 days? But just as far as being flexible, she's a bitch and she's not supposed to be. Oh. But that's the only thing she's flexible on. Okay. But like, so back to like their relationship. So she told me like a man is not even allowed. Like her as a woman, she can't be in a room with another man as a Muslim woman because you avoid. I respect the rules, but that's like you being Muslim. You can't be in the same room with Wolf unless your husband was here. Mm-hmm. And I understand that.
Right.
But it was like, so she still tries to follow those rules today. I'm like, bitch.
What man?
Bitch, you know she ain't got no man. But I'm just saying, like, she thinks my aunts and my mother should follow those rules, or people in general need to follow those rules. And I'm like, Grandma, that's not the thing.
Humans that are not even Muslim should follow those rules.
You know what? Another rule they follow? So basically, you know how nowadays we date and we court? Mm-hmm. That's not a thing in Muslim. So that's how I told her, like, what did you find in my grandfather?
It was arranged marriage.
And it's basically, she was like, so let's say you interested in Wolf, right? Mm-hmm. I have to basically have a conversation with Wolf and say, Wolf, what's your credit like? What's your history? What's your intentions? How you da-da-da-da? And then I come to you, okay, Renee, I think this man is good for you. And then boom, y'all married.
Yeah, that's an arranged marriage. When your parents...
I just think that is so... But it's not even your parents. It's another brother in the mosque.
What?
It's not even a family member. It's just another brother filling him out. So I said, Grandma, how you... Wolf ain't gonna be...
what qualifies him to...
And that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how is that okay? Where does it say that in the Quran? Or did you just get manipulated?
I could get behind the fact that it's a father, uncle, like an elder in the family. This strange man in the mosque?
And I don't know if it's a religion thing, but that's where.
So the brother goes to the other brother and be like, "Oh,
that's the worst. He like Wolf will come to me and say, "I'm interested in Renee."
So what is your authority for them to even come to you about the girl?
So every Muslim woman has to have a guardian.
Okay, so that's the authority.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would be your guardian, and he'd be like, "Listen, brother Bilal, assalamu alaikum. I'm interested in Sister Renee." Right? And I'll be like, okay, let me talk to him. And then I will fill Wolf out and be like, hey, what's your intentions?
Like, no, fuck no, I don't like him.
But Islam is not about courting.
I can't even like the man?
No. You figure that out. So that's why I had to tell my grandmother. I was like...
but what if me and Wolf already been flirting back and forth and then Wolf said, okay,
ain't no flirting, bitch.
But I could give him an eye underneath the arm thing. I could wink at him, yeah. He be like, look, Wolf. I could wink at him.
So as a man,
your granny not money. What them married for then?
But as a man, he's supposed to take care, provide. And he told him that. He told my grandmother he's a construction worker, da-da-da. So then my grandma started realizing the nigga didn't have money coming through. I'm like, well, grandma, you didn't know how he worked? She was like, my guardian. Bitch, who said, you fucking Wendy Williams, you need a guardianship, bitch?
Oh, my God. So who passed her off to the guardian? Her parents?
No, because remember, my grandmother my family was Christian. My grandmother became Muslim by herself. And she started following the Muslim world. So it's I was like conversation of, bitch, this, they don't say that. Sister.
No wonder why I didn't stick with the family.
But then I said, so grandma, hello? Bitch, you thought I was following that?
Because I'm wondering why nobody else followed it.
Yeah, because I told my grandma, I was like, because she kind of got mad at me. I was maybe 2 weeks ago. I was telling her,
I thought y'all were a legit Muslim family, tradition passed down.
Nah, my mother took a hijab off at 17 and got pregnant. You feel me?
She took out my hijab and got jabbed.
It got jabbed.
Got jabbed by he.
Got jabbed by he was crazy. Took off her hijab and got jabbed by he. It's crazy.
That's a bar, though. That's a bar, though.
Got jabbed by he.
That's a bar.
I'm just saying, see? Take off my
she took off her jab and got jabbed. So, but I just thought it was so interesting. I wanted to share. I don't know if it was interesting to y'all. I'm sorry.
My dog so I can listen to you.
But yeah, I just felt like, so me and my grandmother, she kind of gave me pushback because, she swears by the Quran and everything. And she just feels like people nowadays shouldn't be courting with anything. Like, you need to honestly follow that. And I'm like, Grandma, I need to know before I sleep with you. I was like, so Grandma, your guardian can't say if his dick is good. How you gonna know that? I'm not gonna just be with you and the dick is trash.
Like you said, that's not important.
Nah, bitch.
If liking him is not
2025, that shit is important.
No, but if liking him is not important, if dating is not important, you think the last thing she's thinking about is if the dick is good.
And they having babies back to back, but he got all three of his wives pregnant at the same time.
Ew.
And then but you have to try and take care of everybody. And my grandmother was like, I would have been okay with it.
That construction check wasn't stretching
at all. My grandmother was like, I would have been okay with it if I didn't have to work. Now, but she felt like he was.
You got a bunch of wives, and I still had to go to work. Oh hell no!
That's why I was like, Grandma, you did. I call him an asshole. And I call her a delusional clown because...
Yeah, but, you didn't follow the rules. You missed the part where it said it was supposed to provide for you.
Yeah.
That part the Quran you didn't read.
That's the most important part. So, if a man actually convert to being Muslim, would you do it? And you know all the rules I tell you now?
No.
Why not?
No, what's hearing her horror story? I'm not doing that.
Horror story?
If you want me to convert to Muslimism, I can't provide the basic thing, the first thing. Because clearly I don't care about love or nothing. So I'm in it for the money.
Yeah.
If I'm going to put down a hijab, you better jab my pocket.
Yo, and that's the thing. And I understand, like, I've been thinking, like, should I practice being more Muslim? Like,
I think
with flexibility.
But like from what I have read or spoke to Muslim people in passing, Muslim and Christianity is very similar.
Very similar.
A lot of the teachings, the practices are very similar. They go about it in different ways, but just like how right now we have Lent, you guys have Ramadan. It's very similar. You give up with Christianity, you get to choose what you want to give up. You could give up alcohol for the duration of time. You can give up weed. You can give up smoking. You can give
when
up
did Lent
meat.
start?
Lent started Ash Wednesday. Same day as Ramadan.
Damn.
It's the same thing. It's very similar. I'm not gonna call it the same thing.
So I don't gotta do Ramadan, but I could do Lent.
You could do Lent, but
So
Lent
what can I
started
give
already.
up?
Something that you feel like it's a sacrifice, and then at the end of it, you could it could bring a bountifulness, to your life. You pray Lent. You pray. I gave up red meat for Lent. But I need to change it though. And
I need to change it?
Yeah, because I want to do a full blown no meat at all, because I do no red meat every year since I was a kid. So I was like, what else? I don't drink a lot anyway for to be like, give up alcohol. I don't smoke, so I don't have to give up that. I did say this year I was going to give up cussing profusely, but I already destroyed that today alone. So yeah, but I've been going good with no red meat.
I don't know what. Well, if you doing Lent, the only Lent I got is in my pockets. But
Lent.
But yeah, and it makes me think about like dating somebody. Like, how does religion fall into, or spirituality fall into? Like, I know if I deal with you, you have to be at least spiritual. I'm not saying you have to be a Muslim or 100% Christian, but then also.
But could you subscribe to being with a Muslim man that is a strict Muslim?
Now, if you strict Muslim, you can't be gay. No. Are they gay Muslim? Well, hello, but.
But you're Muslim Christian. Yeah. You're
I'm Christian. Muslim.
You no.
I'm a Assalamu alaikum with the oink.
Chrislam.
Yeah, I'm a Chrislam. But can you, a strict Muslim that's saying with the remember the time outfit, are there gay Muslims like that? Because you can't be a strict Muslim trying to like suck dick.
Okay.
A lot won't like that.
But what about everything else? Like, just like any religion, there's gay
I already don't do good with following rules, and I'm very stubborn.
Okay.
So for you to tell me, hey.
What if it doesn't like disturb you? Like, oh, I'm going to practice like the certain things. They're a flexible Muslim. They practice their Ramadan. They do as long as they don't force it on you.
You can practice your Ramadan. Don't force it on me.
They can do their prayers. We could use Bono as an example. I think he was a flexible Muslim.
Yeah, because when he told CJ, I got a big black dick for you to suck, and I'm gonna use my dick to.
That was not very brotherly.
That was not very Muslim. And he said, I'm gonna fuck your mother, and his mother is dead. That was not Muslimly.
Right. So, but he prayed a lot.
Yeah. No, do what you want to do. Okay. I respect it. And I would love to try Ramadan one day, but do what you got to do. Can I?
As long as you don't be like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that comes with knowing your compatibility. Yeah. You know I'm a curse. You know I'm going to eat pork. So I'm alaikum.
So they be like, oh, you can eat pork, but don't bring it in the house.
Yeah, but then when you talk back to me like, oh, it's Ramadan and if you said don't eat pork and don't bring it in the house, I will respect that. I do it now. But don't tell me it's Ramadan and you fuck me in the ass, nigga.
But they're not supposed to be having sex in Ramadan.
But don't tell me.
But y'all can have sex in sundown, like at night.
No sex for 30 days.
I thought it was y'all could do it like the same time y'all eating.
No.
I would wake that nigga up like, assalamu alaikum. You playing with that thing. Get up, nigga. Get up. To a clap. On the dot.
No, don't come on. Allah.
No, you cannot say that while doing that.
Wait, God. No, wait. I feel like I'm playing too much with this nigga right now. God, this is entertainment purposes. I respect you. I love you. And this is just entertainment purposes. I would never disrespect you.
The Lord.
I love you. Like, I don't want please don't punish me later. I have a lot coming my way. Please bless me, though, with a big nigga with a big dick. But
you can't ask Allah for that. Please bless him with love and prosperity. and a long, abundant life. You can ask God for a passionate lover.
Yo.
You could use good words to the Lord. If you're praying for a man, because you know these hoes be holding up the prayer line for a man. I can never get through. I've been asking for edges for 7 years now, and my call ain't getting nowhere. These hoes tied up the line over for a man. But since all of the nigga players going, if you pray for the next man that come into my life, God, I would like a bountiful, loving, loving friendship in my partner. I would like a provider. I would like him to be a passionate lover. Somebody that would satisfy me in more ways than one. You can talk to God another way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
But you know what you mean. You know your art.
He know my heart. And that's why I say you could call him nigga. Like my nigga. It is respect. It is. Let's go to extracurricular activities. And this one is, here are signs he enjoys having sex with you. And when I read something, I'm like, yeah, they loved me with this one. Mm-hmm. So the first one is, he gets hard easily. If he gets hard from simply making eye contact with you before even touching you, just know that he's totally into you. Mm-hmm. And I thought on one person, one time it was just a turn on. And I was like, yeah, he loved me. Mm-hmm. Where he came out the shower and I'm just like, I was in the kitchen, I think, making like a snack, like, some, it was Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and I made some fried Oreos, and he just slapped my ass. I was like, he liked me. He liked me. He liked me. Tingling. He's vocal during sex. If he's making grunting, groaning, moaning noises, it's basically because he's so into you that he's forgotten about himself. Mm-hmm. 3, he never tries to rush the foreplay because he wants to enjoy every second and wants to make sure you enjoy it as well. 4, there's a lot of kissing. If he's kissing you mid-thrust, he's totally into you and you are satisfying him in bed. When he cuddles with you after sex, opposed to jumping out of bed and rolling over and going to sleep, it's a sign that he enjoys sex with you so much. He goes down on you. If he's not into you, he definitely won't go down. Is that true, Wolf?
That's very true.
That's the issue we're running into with the times we're living in. Certain things should be reserved for somebody you like. Yes, I'm pretty sure everybody just does it for the sake of doing it now. But certain things shouldn't. I remember back in the day, you couldn't get a girl. Even if a girl did suck dick, she did not suck every guy's dick at all. And I'm pretty sure there's guys that don't eat every girl's pussy. They don't. If there's one, it could be one thing about you that they picked up on and just like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, you'll make a joke about, I only shower at night. He's never going to suck your pussy.
One thing I hate, and niggas need to stop doing this.
2 days. You're not getting 8 out. You're not getting 8 out. He going to remember that shit. Even if you bathe right before you. Nah, she don't bathe often. This is
You'd be surprised about the amount of niggas I heard that said they ate like fishy vagina before. And they was like, I'm just here so I have to eat it. I'm like, no, you don't have to eat.
No, you don't. Fishy.
You don't have to eat.
That is disgusting, and he's a munch.
A munch. But what if you don't plan on giving head and the nigga just put your head down?
You could never force me to do that.
You can't do that.
You can't force me. If you put my head down, I'm pop it back up. Like, fuck you done. I'm not doing that.
And then this one I like is the last one. He brings new moves into the bedroom and are naturally competitive. So if he steps up his game, it's because he wants you to know that you have that golden vagina and wants to impress you. I'm focused on pleasure, right? So to know that if I genuinely want to have, like, the friends with benefits is nothing. But to know that I genuinely want to have sex with somebody now who's going to make sure the vibe is right, make sure, and not just want to fuck me like a masturbation toy, I appreciate that now at this big age. To know that you're having sex with me and enjoying it, and want to bring new things into the bedroom, it's such like a turn on to me.
Yeah, like when they want to like try new things or...
How did your man tell you he wanted to try something new?
He just did it.
Without telling you?
I mean, I get you give off cues of your body, like he was like, I'm gonna try something different. Or it'd be something we spoke about and it just kind of naturally just flows into that way. He doesn't be like, hey, I'm gonna... ... No, it just usually happens.
What's the last thing y'all tried?
I can't tell you.
Okay, what's it? No, Renee, because bitch, you're reminiscing. What's the last thing y'all tried?
I can't tell you. I can't tell. I swear,
On
I can't
camera?
tell. Gonna kill me. You can't
I think
tell.
I know.
No, we can't tell him.
Look,
You don't know
don't put the camera on
anything.
me. Don't put the camera on me.
What? What is that? What?
You put his finger in his butt?
No. He would never let me do
You
that.
tried though.
No, I never. I don't want to
No?
do that. No.
Oh.
I remember I asked for something mid-sex, and he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he just did it.
Renee
He's like,
won't
"You
last in her
sure?"
bedroom.
He was like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Wolf, how you bring up if you want to try something new?
Yeah.
I just bring it up, or I might find like something that I found on like Twitter or something like that, and I'd be like, "Yo, like I seen this. I would like to try this with you. Like, how do you feel about this? Like, first of all, get your headspace on it, because like, how you feel about something like this? Like, you into this? Is this crazy? Is this red tape around it? I feel like the showing the video is good. That's good.
Showing the video works.
A PG thing that I could mention is when I first probably a
PG,
year and a
bitch.
half ago when I was first starting to use a rose and whatever, and he was like, I was like, I don't know what I was, but we were on the phone, like on the FaceTime call. He was like, yeah, make sure you bring that next time. He brought it, he used it while we was doing it. Man, I got zapped into outer space.
Yo.
When I tell you I died and came back to life,
Mm-mm.
I said, turn it down on the low speed, Lord. I'm
Gabby,
like,
you use the rose? I don't want to know.
why?
Because that's just...
It's like you see her as like a little sister. Yeah,
like I've been talking about freaky shit about you. You've been talking this freaky shit for a long time, so I get it, you know?
Yeah.
We were both nasty.
I was like, okay, I heard people say, oh, bring us that. But I didn't. I heard my friend say she did it with her guy and he used it on her while he was like stroking it, whatever. And I was like, I had it, but I didn't plan on doing that. And I had a good one too, the one that does suction motion, not the one that does vibrate, the one that does the sucking motion.
Where you get that from?
I went to a friend of mine sells sex toys and I bought one from her.
Oh.
So,
well, guys, thank you for tuning to another episode.
thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed or been enjoying these series of episodes that Renee was able to,
I think the next episode is going to be me in LA. And that gives us time for me to get Renee back on the couch.
Yeah.
But how does it feel being back?
It feels good. Feels like just talking and feeling, like my fear was like sitting here and feeling checked out. That's why when I first stepped away, that's why I was like, I spoke to him about this in private. Like, I don't want to feel like I can't show up for you and think like the conversation we had before about something that happened what you recorded and you didn't like the footage. Imagine me just sitting here just zoned out like, what you said? Say that again. That's how because I wasn't speaking much at all like around that time. Wasn't barely talking to my sister. Was barely talking to friends. Like I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I was like, I couldn't just turn it on the way, and there's still moments where it gets hard. Like even when I'm at work, sometimes I'll just take a little moment. Like I'll just go, stand up. But I recoup a lot faster now. Now I used to hold back. When I was struggling, I used to be holding back the tears, holding back the grief. Now I just cry it out if I feel to, and just go do it, man. Because the more you try to push it down, the bigger it gets.
Well, we're here for you.
Thank you.
And we're glad that you're back.
I'm glad to be back too.
Beyonce concert's coming, and we should be going.
I heard the tickets went down.
I heard she's struggling, but that's a different conversation.
She got money.
Thank you, y'all. By the time you listen to this episode, it might be the daytime, but right now it's midnight. So later, y'all.
Make sure that video have whole heap of views.
Yeah.
So we can have money for go watch Beyonce here.
Hello, and make sure you write in the comments, Renee, please come to work next week.
Make sure no watch the episode so we can start.
Yeah.
So we can start, so we can quit with job and come do this.
Yeah, and do a 5-day episode.
5 day a week. That's it every day.
Bitch, me get paid for podcasting. You get a show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They might be like, why the fuck these bitches always posting?
Yeah.
Tired of we.
Later, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Love you.
Hello, stop saying good night. When they listen to this.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Yeah.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week now.
See you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.